Hello and welcome to ResolveSH Matter 1001. My name is Robert Velasco and I'm actually the creator of the ResolveSH Movement. I'm a storyteller for this matter and I'm presenting this video as factual storytelling under the principles of the ResolveSH Movement. As a general rule, we intend to keep our video content to 3 minutes or less. The goal is not to present every fact, every document, or every argument. The goal is to identify the key facts, the key dates, and the key questions that need to be resolved. So let's get started. Again, my name is Robert Velasco. The identified respondents in this matter are Drone Strategic Partners, LLC, Jason Sewer, the CEO of Drone Strategic Partners, Rodriguez Law Group, and attorneys Patricia Rodriguez and Eric Rasmussen. I encourage all respondents to tell their side of the story through the ResolveSH platform. And again, everybody knows what SH stands for. We all got it. So I got 5 granddaughters, so I'm not going to say it. Again, we encourage all respondents to tell their side of the story through the ResolveSH platform or any other public platform they choose. But keep this in mind, truth requires ownership. Today, I want to discuss a lawsuit that was filed against me and my company, CIP Global Ventures. I'm not asking anyone to take my side. I simply want to tell my story now and try and resolve the matter before we have to go to court over 18 months and spend thousands of dollars. The lawsuit says Drone Strategic Partners is entitled to 50% of revenues generated by a workforce development training program that I developed and that I own, and I disagree. Yes, I'm scrolling through a script, so I make sure I get everything correct. The reason I disagree begins with the timeline. On March 30th of 2023, I was asked to attend ISC West in Las Vegas. It's the largest security conference in the country. And I was asked to attend by senior executives from Facebook and Allied Universal Technology Services. And when I asked what topic they wanted to discuss while we were in the meeting, they said they wanted to discuss a workforce development and training opportunity for the physical security industry. So how do we train on surveillance cameras and the use of drones and robotic dogs? And those discussions ultimately became the foundation for the training program that I later developed and I own 100% of. Approximately 1 year later, on March 24th of 2024, CIP Global Ventures, my company, and Drone Strategic Partners signed a post-order partnership agreement for the restoration industry. So very quickly, guard post orders. Think of a guard at the front gate. That is their post. And their order is, for example, at 10 p.m., 2 a.m., and 4 a.m., they are to go check the doors, the gates, and the windows of a building. That is generally referred to as a guard post order. We executed a post-order partnership agreement specifically for the restoration and insurance industries. Now, my understanding of that agreement was and still is pretty simple. CIP Global Ventures provides technology expertise and industry relationships. That's what we bring to the table. It's written, documented as evidence. Drone Strategic Partners would identify, secure, and close opportunities within the insurance and restoration industries. The agreement also says if sales opportunities are closed, we would work together to deliver the solution to the customer. We would account for the cost of goods sold, and we would split the profits from that specific opportunity. That is how I understood the agreement in March of 2024, and it is how I understand the agreement today. So I have a simple question. What insurance or restoration industry opportunities have been identified, secured, and closed either by me and CIP Global Ventures or by Jason, and which ones closed? What projects generated profits that were supposed to be shared? Those seem like fair questions because If no qualifying opportunity was closed, there would be no profits to split. When I read the partnership agreement today, I do not see any language giving Drone Strategic Partnership or partners ownership of my training company. I don't see any language giving Drone Strategic Partners any ownership in my training curriculum. I don't see any language giving Drone Strategic Partners ownership of my intellectual property. And I don't see any language giving Drone Strategic Partners 50% of revenues generated by a workforce development program that I created. That is why I disagree with the position being taken in the lawsuit. Now, I don't expect the attorney to know all the details of what a guard post order is. That's just what the agreement says. But I know what a guard post order is, so I'm explaining it. So here's where I think it's important. Timelines matter. So I'd like to summarize this matter in order. On March 30th, 2023, a workforce development discussion took place in Vegas with executives from Facebook and Allied Universal and myself. It did not include Drone Strategic Partners or Jason. 1 year later, on March 24th, 2024, CIP Global Ventures, my company, and Drone Strategic Partners executed a post-order partnership agreement / restoration industry - restoration industry. That's what it is. Today, Drone Strategic Partners says they're entitled to 50% of revenues generated by the workforce development training program. Today, my position is that the training concept took place and was developed before the partnership agreement, and that the executed agreement does not transfer ownership or IP ownership of any of my training curriculum or intellectual property or associated revenues. So this is scrolling here, my ResolveSH questions are: what insurance or restoration industry opportunity was identified, secured, and closed under the partnership agreement? What provisions of the partnership agreement transfers ownership of the workforce development training program? And what provisions entitle Drone Strategic Partners to 50% of training revenues? Now, I've listed the respondents. They're invited to provide corrections, additions, clarifications, document, or their own timeline. Again, truth requires ownership. I've told my story under the foundation of ResolveSH Matters because I want to resolve this thing. So this concludes ResolveSH Matters 1001. If you found value in this matter, please click like. If you disagree, click dislike. Please keep your comments respectful and focused on facts, evidence, and resolution. If you believe more people should have an opportunity to tell their stories and pursue meaningful resolution, please share this matter with others. My name is Robert Velasco. I'm the story owner for this matter. Thanks for listening.